Hey everybody, what's up? All right, so I'll tell you what's not up is the stock market closed down today. A lot of selling in some of the big name tech stocks. Facebook, of course, still under pressure. Amazon, Tesla, story there now is getting very focused on whether or not the company can survive. But let's talk about the big macro picture because, anyway, for me, anyway, that's the most important thing, all right? I said the other day that I do not think that sentiment is negative enough to call a bottom in the market. This sell off will eventually end. The stock market will go back up. That's just the way it is. Stock market is a growth function. Speaking of growth, we saw that fourth quarter GDP was revised up to 2.9%. There were a lot of economists who were looking for a downward revision on that. All right, so that was some positive news right there. We have right now what is going on. A lot of people starting to get, I guess, concerned, or even you could say convinced, that the trends that I have been talking about for a long time, that is inflation, higher interest rates, higher commodity prices, a weaker dollar. There are some people now who are convinced that all of this is turning around. And I'm happy to see that. I am happy to see that because I will tell you right now that not only has my conviction not changed, because it's not necessarily about a conviction. I look at the elements driving those macro trends and nothing has changed. All right, so basically what you are seeing now is technical in nature. In other words, it is a correction, a liquidation in positions that have been built up by the speculative participation, and they're very fickle. They get in, they get out. I mean, we saw this happen. We saw this happen in so many markets. I talked about this yesterday with the speculators who were long the gold market, selling out right in front of the Fed rate hike last week. Then we ran up $40. Then they jumped in. Now it's going back down again. So what happens? They get out. I mean, you see this kind of investment behavior that is totally counterproductive to success. And this is the reason why. I mean, if you look at any statistic about trading or investing, very few people make money because they sabotage themselves. They don't have a game plan. They don't have mental game. They don't have resilience. You know, the slightest little move against them, they panic, they run. So that's what's happening right now. You see that happening right now in gold. You see it happening in the dollar with this bounce that we're getting in the dollar. You see it happening with oil. You see it happening in the bond market. Now, the bond market is very interesting because I would say a lot of people, I'm reading headlines now, a lot of people seem convinced that the interest rate rise, this trend of rising interest rates is over. It's not over. I'm going to tell you that unequivocally, it is not over. Everything that is happening now, and by the way, I sent out a very interesting email to my subscribers today, just giving some perspective on this whole entire bond market move, going all the way back to when it began in December of 2015 when the Fed changed course on monetary policy and started raising interest rates. So if you think it's a straight line in one direction, if you still think that markets go that way, a straight line in one direction, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, what you see happening right now in the stock market should be clear evidence. And many people forgot. I mean, many people just completely forgot about what happened in 2008 and 2009, and they saw the market running up all last year. You know, since actually longer than last year, since the election, never believing that there was ever going to be a correction again. I had a lot of people leave me, cancel my service because the market was going up every day. And I said, it's going to pull back. I mean, we have not seen that type of market action. I talked about this yesterday on a video. The elastic band stretched to the max. It's going to snap back, and that's exactly what's happened. So all this stuff, the dollar rally, the sell-off in gold today and yesterday, the bond market situation, definitely that. The way the yields, 10-year Treasury yields have come down from 3% at, 2.75, and everybody's saying, oh, that's the end of the rate hikes and the Fed is going to change it. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. The Fed will tell us when it is over. And until it tells us when it is over, it is not over. All right? So all these things are going on right now, and this is classic. Folks, this is classic. This is what makes riding a big macro trend very, very difficult, because the market fools you. It causes you to believe things that are not there. All right? It causes you to sabotage your own game. That's why it requires a very strong mental game to stay in and to ride these big moves. And these big moves are where you make the big, big money, okay? Trading in and out, I mean, that might sound exciting. And again, that would be your true motivation. If that's, if that sounds exciting to you, then a light bulb should go off in your head, shining on what is your true motivation. You want excitement. You don't want to make money. You want excitement. To make money, to use the famous line of Jesse Livermore, it was my sitting that made me money, not my trading. It was my sitting. All right. So if anyone hasn't read that book yet, Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, it's a great book. Go out and get it. So that is what is going on. Nothing has changed. These are corrections, and they're basically technical in nature. And they are tied to the fact that you had a buildup of speculative positions in one direction, and now everybody, like a stampede of cattle, they're running in the other direction, and that's a good thing. That's flushing things out. That's like the big thunderstorm on a hot summer afternoon. Get everybody out. The major trend and the forces that are driving those trends are still intact, all right? That is my call. By the way, today, dollar went up. I sold dollars. I have added on to my position, all right? I have added on to my short dollar position. Dollar is going down long term. Bonds rallied, sold into that, okay? So on and so forth. So that is the update for anyone who is interested and wants to get a more detailed, or also to receive the emails that I sent out today talking about these things in greater depth. Go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com. All right, sign up for a 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. I will send you the emails. You get the report, and you could download all the back issues. All right, everyone, that's it for today. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.